各位观众晚上好，我们今天要玩轩辕剑三云和山的彼端 or as we know it in English, Xuan Yuan Sword 3, Mist Beyond the Mountains. Hello everyone, let me first reset because I think I accidentally hit new game, which is not what I wanted to do. We do not want to restart the game from the beginning. Hello Lucian Queen, welcome. Sorry for a little bit of a delay. Today's will be a bit shorter because I need to get ready for my trip, so I do want to claw back a bit more time than usual, but we shall see how I feel. But yeah, probably I will keep it to an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and load here as we explore the underground. We're trying to pursue the maker of the mechanical beast we just defeated. But yeah, as I will make an announcement later, but like there will be no stream on Monday and Tuesday, so it will be a bit of time before I see you guys again. 175, 230, and 9. Level 34 for Nicole. 1500 HP, 650 magic power, 210 physical power, 104 strength, 96 resistance, 120 wisdom, and 50 agility. Ooh, that's the way forward, okay. We don't want to go there yet. Thanks, we died. 95, 170, and 6. 500 pieces of silver. Overkill. Maybe 140 and 6. Overkill. $145, 170, and 9. More bay powder. Also, give me 1 sec. I realized my webcam is really out of sync. So, oh right, that's better. Magic power water. Dead. 95, 170, and 6. September level 34. 2020 HP, 260 magic power, 510 physical power, 114 strength, 100 resistance, 91 wisdom, and 46 agility. And he has learned the stone turtle protective armor, I guess. So it's a buff probably to increase your defense. Although I barely use buffs, but maybe against bosses it would make the most sense. I'll take that sword, the sealed sword, and let's save again. Uh-oh. There's the man we've been chasing. Septim says, I finally found you. You have nowhere to run. Huang Li. I actually forgot it was his name. Huang Li says, what are you intending to do? I'm sorry. You're a dangerous person. So I might have to, I'm sorry to have to bother you to... Let's see. How do I say this? Hold on. I'm gonna double check and make sure Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Well. I'm going to have to ask... trouble you to relax until the... Oh, how do I say this? No. Let's just say... I have to trouble you before the war ends to settle down a bit. I think maybe that's probably the better way to put it. See, basically, they want him to do nothing until the war is over, or the battle is over. Damn you, Septim! This knave killed many of my clan members. You see, I want him to pay for that with his life. Wait, we mustn't kill this person. Oh no, is what she says. And she's chasing after her. What is it, Miles? Why did you stop us all of a sudden? This knave is a talent. If we were to kill him just like that, it would be just like that. I feel like it would be, or like, how do I say this? It would be a waste. I feel like it would truly be a waste. Well, you're not wrong about that, but I never. Hold on, I say this. But I never intended. I had no intent, or originally had no intention of killing him. Or maybe how do I say this? Yeah. But I never had any intent on killing him. Oh. Oh, right. Miles. What were you planning to use that person's talent for? To subjugate the world. Oh, interesting. Miles, haven't you already decided to reform yourself? So that is why you joined the army of Islam to start and to how do I say this? To have a new beginning. Me too. Let's see. I guess you could also say me turn over a new leaf. You could also say that. But in this case, I'll say I decided to reform myself. Foolishness. What is good and what is evil? All right. Or how this is. Fine, Septim. Let me ask you. What do you think? For what purpose? Why do we people live? We humans live. Yeah, very better. I never thought about it. For what purpose do we live? From when I was young, I grew up in the church. I always believed that humans lived the ultimate value for humans living was for the glory of God and for serving him. No wonder back then when I took Lily away, you decided to you ended up how do I say this? You ended up valuing God over Lillian's safety. Huh. So finally I understand. Yeah. So it is true, probably, it's true that Miles would hold, if by saying it that way, it would make sense for him to value God even over his beloved Lillian's safety. That's right. But do you understand within myself how long I struggled and how long I was pained? And in the end, what did God use to repay me? Oh, hello, random person. Welcome. No problem. I'm glad I got to stream one more time before I go on a trip, and then a very short trip, but trip nevertheless, which means I will not be streaming on Monday and Tuesday. I'm doing okay. Yeah, we're in a very interesting part of the story, so I'm having fun. But I'm doing okay outside of stream stuff. Anyway, when do I say this? At that instant, when Lillian perished, I finally understood. What God? What church? So, in the end, it was all to this. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase this properly. Glad to hear it. Oh, no problem. Let's see. In the end, all of that was merely deceit. Oh boy. Yeah, essentially his faith in God was broken that day. I'm sure some people have gone through that, so in a way it's like it was what I talked about before. There's always the concept of free will. Why doesn't God intervene? And it's actually interesting. I mean, people have their own opinions about it, and some even believe that is evidence that there is no God. So, you can, everyone has their own views about why that is. Anyway, without getting into it, the general explanation is mostly that at the same time, having God interfere with human free will is also you would cease to be human at that point. And then I also compared it to Shin Megami Tensei and the concept of law and chaos and neutral, which is law are the people that want God to intervene more, to have a perfect society, and chaos is the people that are like, no, things should happen as they happen, and no deity should interfere. So that they're the two extremes of those two ideas I just think. And then neutral are the people who are like, none of this is crazy. We don't need to go that far either extreme. So I always found those, like, if we get to play a Shin Megami Tensei game on stream, that will be interesting to see which side we pick. But anyway, this isn't an SMT stream, so I just remembered about that. If you guys find those two ideas quite interesting. Anyway. Like, I tell you, since God doesn't appear to care about human affairs, well then, in the end, the ultimate purpose for humanity to live, humans to live, is to allow one to obtain political power and strength, and in the end, to stand on the boundaries of the entire world. Or, like, I'm trying to think of, like, the peak, maybe? Dingduan is an interesting word, because, like, maybe the peak, it might be better. The peak of on the peaks of the entire world. Basically, to stand on the top of the world. Maybe that will probably sounds better. Even though Dingduan normally means peak, but, he means, so basically, with the ultimate strength and ultimate political power, you could theoretically stand on the top of the metaphorical world, and that's what he's saying to do. I guess in the way he probably would. Miles is advocating for what would be the chaos route in an SMT game. I joined Islam, the world of Islam, not for their sake, but to borrow their power, to borrow their strength, to in the end help me conquer the world and prove just how laughable God's powerlessness is. So, is that your final conclusion? Septim, in the time we've been interacting with each other, in all honesty, I have discovered that you two are also a very rare talent. Even though in the past there has been some sadness, like there have been some misgivings and misunderstandings, but I, Miles, still wish to invite you to please help me together to conquer the world. So yeah, Miles begrudgingly respects Septim. He's like, I mean, yeah, we've had our history, but I still think you're worthy of joining the crew. How about it? Let's see, how do I say it? I admire your abilities. We together can share this world. That is fine. There is no need for you to rush let's see. There is no need for you to rush to give me a response. Perhaps it'd be best for you to truly give it some thought. Wait, Miles. What is it? Have you Have you come to your senses? I'm not. Maybe come to your senses is a bit too strong. It's like, what is it? Have you have you thought it through? No, no, it's not that. It's about about before Lillian died. There was some there's something she said that she wishes for me to pass to you. I'm trying to think. Is that how we say it when someone tells you something you want to you don't pass it forward, but that's like a wet. That's still like a letter. I'm trying to think if you were vocally. I think it is passed to you. She spoke some words that she wanted me to tell you. Yeah, there you go. That sounds more natural English. Sorry. Sometimes I have to switch out, get out of Chinese mode for a second. She said she would never forget you, and that she would protect you from heaven. Lillian, did she really say that? How laughable! Heaven? Is there really heaven in this world? Where is this supposed heaven? Humph! If I really still believe in that this nonsense about heaven. Wouldn't I use with one? Let's see. With one's. Wouldn't I merely stab myself and put an so that in the end I could go be reunited with Lillian in heaven? Ooh. You, the two of you, why are you still here? I've been chasing after him by myself, and then in the end, I lost him at one of the forks. I'll handle it. Leave it to me. I will find him. Lord Miles? And then Septim says, is this really the correct thing to do? Here's Kindy, and by the way, I should mention that we've been calling him Kendi because the English translation officially calls him that. But in actuality, probably the real way to pronounce this name is Al-Kindi, which is like the actual historical figure that the Chinese name Kendi is referring to. But incidentally, this character would not, given when this takes place in the 750s to 60s, this character, that would be anachronistic, since Al-Kindi wasn't born until like 801 or something, or 796. Some people, like, there's a little bit of debate, but near the end of the 700s, so he shouldn't be alive at this point. So probably this character is not, it's a bit anachronistic to have Al-Kindi here, but you know. Let's see. So what happened? Did you capture that foreigner? I missed him, but Lord Miles is not willing to let him go, so he's chasing after him himself. After the man himself, I guess. Ah, what a pity, what a pity. That Huang, even though that Huang Lei could be said to have the ultimate intelligence, but yet it seems that he lacks the wisdom to walk the proper path. The wisdom to walk, maybe not walk the proper path. Walk the righteous path, maybe. The wisdom to walk the righteous path. Everyone believes that the path they're walking on is correct. How would one know whether or not? Oh, let's see. Like, who would be able to know whether or not a path is righteous or not? It's not difficult, young man. Let's see. Relying on the wisdom of the ancients and one's own conscience. At the very least, you might be able to have a good grasp of it. Interesting. He's like, well, don't overcomplicate. I don't know. It sounds like he's like, don't overcomplicate it. You actually have a lot more information than you really think you do. Wisdom and one's conscience. Ah, yes. I'm trying to remember. The 四书五经 is like, what do we translate that into English? I forget what is its official name. It's one of the Chinese philosophical texts as well. Or is it a Buddhist text? I forget. I might need a little bit to look up something, just because I want to tell you the official name of this work. Yes, the 四书五经. It's like, what do we call this? It's like, yeah, it's like a Chinese text. It's like a Chinese philosophical text, but I'm trying to like, yeah, okay. It's called officially it's called the 4 Books and 5 Classics. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I don't want to give you like the unofficial name and not, because they'll make it so you don't realize it actually has an official name that's used more commonly in the Anglosphere, I guess. Anyway, for instance, the Quran from your kingdom, and the 4 Books and 5 Classics from my own. All of those all are able to point one in the right direction, give one some direction. These are the knowledge of the ancients that I am speaking of. I am not Muslim. I'm from, or like, I guess, like, I am not from the kingdom of Islam. I am one from even further west in the kingdom of the Franks. Hey, you all... Hey, you all shouldn't just there and talk about... you all should stop standing here then talking about all that. Everyone already has gone through so many places. In one moment, ancient ruins. In one moment, hell itself. I'm certain you all are tired. Septum, Mr. Hui. How do I say it? Let's see. Let's see. Septum. Let's see. Mr. Hui, and I use Mr. He calls him Lao Bo, but uncle, old uncle. But it sounds a little weird. As I said, it's not very common to hear it in English. I don't want to make it sound like Hui Yuan is actually his family. So anyway, Septum says, Mr. Hui Yuan and was separated from the merchant caravan he came with. So that's why I've invited him to come to my house and to stay for some. To stay. I've invited him to stay at my house, and at that moment we'll be able to ask him many things about the Tang Kingdom in the east. Excuse me. True. Let us leave here and head back. All right. A little bit of a long conversation there. Thought we would be fighting someone, but I guess not. Sorry, I failed to save. Let's save again. Yeah, let's get out of here. So now we can leave the Caliph's palace. Here's an abbasid. The soldier says, Lady Widad, I've heard that that there was a monster that appeared within the palace. Let's see. Lord Abu Abbas was very worried that you were in danger, so that is why he sent us over to see the situation. Widad says, You've done well. Those monsters have already been destroyed. In a moment, we will. In a moment, I will go over to him and give him my report. That's right. At the moment, how is the situation in the other in like the army sectors? Maybe I say. How is the situation with the other? Hold on. How do I say? Junshi is like the platoons or no? Or maybe like the other areas of command. Maybe I think it's like just other places where the militaries are stationed. The power to Umayyad power has been almost completely broken. Other than a portion that escaped, it seems like we were able to capture all of them. Let's see. Lord Abbas is planning to to conduct a meeting and to invite everyone to discuss how we should deal with them. Widad says, Septim, it seems like I am going to be busy for a while. What are your plans? Well, well, I think I should still continue to stay at Kindy's house to continue researching knowledge. Right? No. And also, now there is this old gentleman, maybe this older gentleman from the Tang Kingdom in the east. I too have a lot of questions regarding that kingdom, so I wish to ask him. Big sister, with that, you really are. Let me think. Big sister, with that, you really are stupid. Didn't you understand, or like, I don't know, I'm trying to think about how to say this part. Did you understand? Or maybe it's more like, can't you tell? Let's see. Septim must be thinking of secretly learning that that strange Eastern martial arts from Mr. Xuan Yuan, who comes from the Tang Kingdom. At that point, you'll be even less evenly matched with him. In terms of evenly matched with him in terms of strength. Hindi, I did happen to want to learn that technique, but I was going to learn it openly. Openly. Why would I have to do it in secret? Septim, Widad, will definitely not permit myself to always lose to you. I will definitely find some time to prove it to you. Thoughts? In the 7... Okay. I will just go ahead and tell you that, like, it is still at 750 AD, the Arab Empire. How do I say it? The revolution of the Abbasids of the Arab Empire was successful, overthrowing the Umayyad Caliphate, who was overthrowing the ruling party, the ruling dynasty, the Umayyad Caliphate. Let's see. And thus the Abbasid Caliphate began. So they're actually going to tell you a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. The Abbasids stopped their policy of their past policy of military expansion, and used all of their strength in order to develop culture and maritime trade. Let's see. The Abbas, the Arab Empire slowly entered let's see, an unprecedented, slowly entered what in history had never, slowly entered a golden age that had never occurred before in history. Or maybe like a historic golden age to really button that down. And yes, the Abbasid Caliphate do a lot of interesting things. Oh no, I didn't read that fast enough. At the same time, well, Septem's going to become even more powerful by learning Chinese martial arts as well. So I missed a little bit of that moment there. But in any case, I think it's saying at the same time Septem would conduct his training. I know, he'll... Dang. And this is also crazy because now he will know Frankish swordsmanship and Chinese martial arts, making it even more insanely powerful. I suppose that's two halves of his heritage there, because he himself has the blood of the Franks and Chinese blood as well, as we've guessed. Septem has learned the let's see. How do I translate the second part? That was so cool. I know. It is kind of funny that in the end, as a Chinese game, we were going to get some Chinese stuff, and finally we've done it. I guess like the flying sword, the sword sets the prairie ablaze. I guess that's probably how to say it. And in the year 751 AD. So it has been a year, huh? Since it was 750 when the... So, Septem's been here for a year now. Let's see. Time certainly flows fast. From the moment... Let's see. The time since I stepped foot in Arabia... In one blink of an eye, it's already almost a year. In the end, astrology wasn't the thing that I was looking for. Well then, over there in the faraway kingdom of Tang, could it be that let's see. Could be that there lies the answers I've been searching for? Yes, he calls him Big Brother Septem as well, by the way. But I'm just calling Mr. Septem, Mr. Septem. Let's see. Mr. Hui, you and Mr. and Mr. Huiyan are about to set out in just a few moments. Let's see. Why are you still standing here on the top of the tower? And wait. Oh, okay. So, and thank you for translating that really fasting. At the same time, Septem and Master Huiyuan stayed at Kindi's place. Septem starts learning China's martial arts and language from Huiyuan. Yes, so yeah, Huiyuan obviously was speaking to everybody in Arabic because if he's confident enough to be coming here to the what was the Umayyad Caliphate, and when now is the Abbasid Caliphate, I'm pretty sure he already knew some Arabic to be able to get around. And I'm sure, and like of course, like there's quite a few, like the merchant, the convoy, the that he came with would probably know Arabic. But Septim was able to learn the Chinese language, so now he can speak Chinese, Arabic, and it's not French yet, but like the Frankish Latin, the Latin of the Frankish, the kingdom of the Franks. So that Septim is Mr. Worldwide now, or at least the known world at the time. He didn't know Nawat, so he don't have the new world. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about the Americas at the moment. As of this time, I actually don't know. Like, it would really depend on where in the Americas. The Americas is a vast place, but we're not gonna get into that. And also, I want to go together to the Tang Kingdom too. Let's see. It really isn't fair that you get to go there all by yourself. Kindi, I told you that no is no. The path there is no joke. Let's see. It's no use for you. Let's see. It's no joke. It's there. It's no use. Even if you bother me every day, it's no use. Kindi says, "Humph! It's always the same every time." Sorry, Al Kindi. It's not him. It's not. He's just not. He's not gonna take a child to down the Silk Road, which is how they're gonna get there. They really like you using that screen. Let's make a quick save, because we've had a lot of dialogue since then. Widad, why have you come? Septim, why are you going... Why is it that... let's see. Why is it that you didn't even tell me you were going to go to the Tang Kingdom? Let's see. Let me rephrase that. Septim. Septim. Why are you trying to leave to go to the kingdom of Tang in the east and not even tell me? Yeah, I think that's probably the best way it could sound in English. Sorry, Widad. Actually, I was thinking about whether or not to tell you, but in the end, I ended up deciding not to. ... But why? I really don't understand at all. Big sister Widad. Maybe I should have him call Septim Big Brother at this point. He's close enough to him now. So I'll just change it from Mr. Septim to Big Brother Septim. Yeah, I think maybe that would make sense at this point. Big sister Widad, Big Brother Septim says that if he were to tell you, you definitely wouldn't let him go. So that's why he had no choice but to leave in secret. Oops. Hey, Kendi. Like, can't you just like, can't you just watch? Let's see. How do I say this? Let's see. I'm trying to think of how to rephrase it in English, but let's see. Can't you just watch the scene and not say anything? Septim, earlier I did say that at at some point I would challenge you. Today, if you really do want to leave, you'll have to defeat me, Widad. Widad, there's no need for... Assess the situation? Yeah, actually, then maybe that'd be better. Read the room. Can you just read the room and not say anything? That probably would be better. Actually, you're right. In the name... I promise, in the name of Allah, that as long as you are able to defeat me, I will let you go without any further objection. Alright, we'll have to actually defeat Widad. Yeah, read the room would be too modern. Assess, you're like... But at the same time, is there any other thing? Because assess the situation does make it sound more... Like, I guess anyway, I know. I feel like... Maybe read the situation. I'm trying to think of how I would have, like... Yeah, observe the... I don't know. I can't actually think... I can't think of anything how else I could refer other than assess the situation. So it's a good transit. Probably that would be fine, too. That would probably be the only way. Septim says, not bad. It seems like you've improved quite a lot. Widad says, Are you looking down on me because I'm a woman? In a moment, I'm going to prove it to you. Let's hit her. Well, let's use physical attack. 480. Sorry, Widad. I have to defeat you. Well, and I still have the blood sources. 244. Nice. Defeated her. Widad said... She didn't even scratch me. Widad says, Why? Why can't I defeat you? 300, 120 for our trouble. Widad says, Damn, why is it that that the martial arts techniques that I've been painstakingly practicing for so long. Let's see. Or maybe I will say this. Why is it that even after practicing these martial arts techniques painstakingly for so long, I still am not able to rival you? It's because I have the blood sword, that's why. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Just kidding. I'm not trying to... Widad, I'm not trying to flatter you, but you really have become stronger. You've become far... You've become far stronger than you were before. What's the use of that? I ended up losing. You go ahead and just go. You go ahead and leave. Septim, big sister Widad, it seems like she was crying. Oh, I wonder if what I wonder why Widad would be crying that he's leaving. No, she couldn't be. It's not that like she likes him or anything. Question mark. I'm just kidding. I mean, come on. Come on. Anyway, let's go back to Hui Yan here. He says, Septum. Septum. Once we have left here, let's see. There'll be no more opportunities for everyone. I'm afraid there won't be any opportunities for everyone here to meet again. Meet again in this life. Yeah, seriously, he says that. So in case you're wondering, meet again in this life. That this young Arab lady truly does not wish for you to go. Yeah, just double checking. Yeah. Yeah, because remember, at this point in time, it's very hard to travel around, and it's not like you can just, like, for some kingdoms, the borders aren't ones you can just cross whenever you'd like. It's not open borders as of this time, so. Big Brother Septim. So that's why I too have made a solemn decision. No matter what, I will go with you to the kingdom of Tang. Young Master Kindi, no matter what you say, I will. Let's see. I will not let you go out again. Big Brother Septim, hurry and help me talk to him. If I don't follow you now, I won't get another chance to see you again in this life. We won't get our chance. We, not just I. We won't get another chance to meet in this life. Kindi, I still can't take you with me, but I promise you, and Widad, I will definitely come back to find all of you. You don't need to you needn't worry. Kindi, I was truly very happy in the time we let's see. How do I say this? Let me try to phrase this in English properly. Kindi, I was truly very happy with the time we spent together. I am truly grateful to all of you. And off they ride. Kindi says, "Idiot, you big idiot!" Widad, Kindi, thank you all. I will never ever forget you. Septim, the upcoming journey will be very difficult and will be very difficult. At the very let's see. First, we must head toward the east and pass through a large desert, and afterwards we must follow Follow the Silk Road to enter into China. I wonder if that's also kind of anachronistic too, because I don't know if did they call it China back then. I do have to wonder where, like when 中国 this word was used, but maybe I'm wrong and they had already been using it. But I was like, did they call it China back then? Isn't that word too modern? Oh well. I understand. Let us begin the journey. I know. How sad. I know, it's so sad. It's like, you'll never meet again. Hey, just kidding. Anyway, Septem says, Saucy, may I trouble you to watch over Kindy and make sure he doesn't sneak off to go follow me into China. Follow us into China. Do not worry, Mr. Septim. I will definitely take responsibility to watch over the young master. Yo. Septim, have you changed your mind? Are you going... You want to take me into the Tang Kingdom, Kingdom of Tang to the east, right? No. I was just merely coming back to see you. Let's see. This journey is too dangerous. I can't let you follow me. I definitely can't let you follow me. Follow us, maybe better. Humph, it's always the same every time. Sorry, Kindy. No can do. I don't think you can see Widad anyway. She's too busy with the Abbasid politics at the moment. Let's go to the east. We've got some desert green scorpions of the desert. I don't know. Can you make a pact with them? No, you cannot. They are merely animals. That. Whoa. Quagan hits them for 340, 66, 75, and 9. We got some snakes here. They are extremely weak at this point in the game, so I don't know why they put the encounter here. 6, 10, and 6. Oh, this is Tadmer. Yeah, we don't want to go through there. We've already been there. Or Palmyra. Shoot, I forgot to change target. Oh well. It ran away. 44, 50, and 6. With the antidotal herb. Alright, we have the hawk. And then we have Watria. What was that? What was the name again in English? I forget. It's an ancient Egyptian goddess. Let's teach her a lesson. Oh wow, it actually... Oh well, it's dead. 75, 108, and 6. Just green scorpions, whatever. I would have said this is... It should be part of the desert... The Arabian desert, but I don't think... Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah, this is still the Arabian desert. Because we wouldn't be in the Gobi desert. Watch it. Thank you. I could not remember the deity's name. These hawks are pretty easy and dead. 60, 56, and 6. Alright, we're gonna cross the desert. Leaving Damascus, we crossed the Arabian Desert. I was like, yeah, there's no way. The Gobi Desert is not until very far east. We are here at Baghdad. Let's see. Septim. This is Mesopotamia. We are about to arrive at Baghdad, at the city of Baghdad. Neat. We actually get to visit Baghdad. I actually like the actual. I mean, okay. In spite of all the terrible things that happened in Iraq, like the city of Baghdad is actually really cool. From what I've seen on travel logs, it's another place I wish to visit at some point. It's not easy though, and it's not always been stable. Although I think nowadays it should be okay. I will have to see. Anyway, he says Mesopotamia, which means like the river, the area between the two rivers, and the two is in parentheses, and that's referring to the Tigris and the Euphrates. So the civilization of Sumer was like one of the earliest known human civilizations was located in that area, so it's kind of an important place. Baghdad? What kind of place is it? It is a city. It is a city where it is a city upon the plains of Mesopotamia, with flourishing trade. Let's see. We do not have a lot of water and food and water left. So we should go over there and resupply ourselves. Interesting. I don't think the Library of Baghdad has been made yet, so I don't think it's quite. Yeah, it's still a very small place at this point. Later on in history, it will become more important. And they'll even have a very important library, the Library of Baghdad. Very sad it got burned, though. That's just the story of history. Like, so many good, awesome, amazing libraries get burned for various reasons. It's really sad, actually. All that knowledge lost. So this is the hotel. Dots. She is the... this is the boss's wife, the innkeeper's wife, Chen Ruilian. Interesting, a Chinese name. Like, you must be the great teacher Hui Yuan. Let's see. Hui Yuan says like, I am indeed Hui Yuan. May I? Let's see. Miss, may I ask? And by the way, he says, remember, he's using the word for I am. Yes, I am the humble monk Hui Yuan. Maybe I should say that. Now it means like it's a humble way to address yourself. I need to make sure to communicate that humility. And he uses the word for non-monks but it doesn't make sense in English, so I'll have to say with a polite address. Miss, may I ask? Great teacher. Interesting. let's see. I am the grandniece of Hui Rong, Rui Lian. Yeah, Hui Rong is the person she is the grandniece of, and her name is Rui Lian. And as you've guessed, surmised, this she is indeed Chinese. So I was like, oh wait, this is a Chinese name. Anyway, so you are Raelian. I never would have thought that, haven't not seen you for so many years, that you would grow to become such a beautiful lady, or like maybe I should say a lovely lady. Ah, right. Why would you happen to be here? I let's see. I married a Arab merchant. This inn is our. Let's see. Let's see. This inn is run by my husband. Anyway, this is the innkeeper. His name is Shishamu or Shisham, I guess. Raelian, why are you speaking the language of tongue with the customers? With the guests, maybe, but that would be better. It's an inn. Raelian says like, let's see. I have encountered. Maybe that's not the right word. I just happen to have met an elder from my homeland, and was talking with him. She sounds like, Well, I do remember that you all have a poem like this. ... I'll read it in Chinese and then I'll try. 君自故乡来，应自故乡事. Let's see. And then I'll read the rest of it. 来日, hold on. Poetry is hard to read, I get. So, if you're wondering, sometimes Chinese poetry is a bit cryptic. And then Chen Ruilian continues. 来日起窗前，寒梅着花味. You know what's sad? I actually have no idea what they're saying. But like, even though you can read the individual, like, it's something about homeland essentially. But yeah, but oftentimes poetry in Chinese is meant to be very cryptic, so it's actually kind of hard to understand. Like, you don't get, like, it's really hard to translate right off the bat, because like you have to sit and think about like what the word, like put the words together and figure out what they're actually trying to say. So in any case, I'm actually kind of at a loss. I don't know if knowing the poem is really all that important, but it's pretty. But I guess we can. Yeah, I only saw you who came from. Do you know about the affairs happening in the homeland? Yeah, that's about the only part I figured out too. Like, I know it's like, yeah. Jin, like you who came from my homeland, do you know about? You ought to know the affairs of my homeland, yeah, or like you know the affairs. You know about what's happening in the homeland. But I don't know this a second part. Oh, Chinese. It's not very. It's not important. Let's continue. I don't want to hang up the stream just for because we can't fully translate this poem. Yeah. Did you see when you passed by my single, the first cold blossom of the plum is the English localization? I mean, that is what it like. That's literally what it says. I'm just like, what does that actually mean? I don't know. Sorry, I was actually trying to find the meaning behind that statement. Like, because otherwise, that is the literal translation. Yeah, but thank you for grabbing that. I guess, like, it's cryptic. So, yeah, basically, even if you... that is how Chinese poetry is. Like, even if you get, like, you translate it literally, or like just on the surface level, it doesn't mean you know the meaning behind it. Like, I have no idea what the first cold blossom of the plum part or the silken window has anything to do with anything, but it's all good. Anyway, the innkeeper Shisam says, it is. Yes, that poem. You go ahead. You ought to go ahead and let's see. And or maybe not deal with properly. How do I say this? It's like, and properly entertain your elders. Or basically saying like treat them well, because he realized, oh, you're there from your homeland. Go ahead and treat them with the proper respect. Chen Ruilian says like, great teacher, why have you come to Baghdad? Hold on one sec. I see. Oh, actually, I know what he's saying. I just realized what I'm getting. What? Oh, let's see. How do I say this? I wanted to obtain some of the. Yeah, like obtain some Buddhist scriptures from India. I didn't realize that was the old word for India, Tianzhu. From India. Upon upon another person's request. So that's why I came to take to see the situation in Arabia. So I see. So because he was close enough to Arabia. He's like, I might as well see what's going on, because he happened to be in India. He happened to have to go to India. Anyway, Chen Ruilian said, well then, you ought to hurry and you ought to hurry and travel and travel to go ahead and travel to India. Recently, there might let's see. Let me see. No, let me see. There might be some chaos. Yeah. There might be some chaos and war about to happen around here. And Huiyan says like, for what? For what? For what reason? It looks like we're obtaining some very useful information. Hold on. I need to. 1 second. Very cool. Okay, so what is the? I need to figure out. I know it literally says Stone Kingdom, but I'm trying to think what is the actual English name for this kingdom in history. 十国 Toshkent. Ah, thank you. That's right. We mentioned it. Now I vaguely remember this. Let's see. Recently, many travelers have come here to be recruited recruited to be warriors of the Prince of Toshkent. And I remember like that's Toshkent is not a thing I'm particularly familiar with, so I am learning many things. Yeah, and by the way, it's a modern day Uzbekistan. It's now called Tashkent, because probably because it's the romanization is not particularly precise anyway, because we have to do it from the language of Uzbekistan. I forgot what the language of Uzbekistan is. My goodness. See, Central Asia is one I'm not, or like a kind of like a blind spot for me. Like I think it's still called Uzbek, right? Yeah, it's still called Uzbek. It's like one of the Turkic languages. So yeah, Tashkent is like the capital, like the kingdom they're talking about is the capital of Uzbekistan, and they spoke Uzbek back then too. Anyway, they're talking about historical figures I'm not familiar with, which is great. We get to learn about this. Gao Xianzi is how do we pronounce? How is this in English? Like I have to get there and get the name in English because I don't want to give you the Chinese name, even though I could say Gao Xianzi, but that's not really gonna help you. You don't know what that means. Unless, I guess, technically it's... Actually, I think it has to be Gao Xianzi. This is a Chinese name. Sorry about that. He is a person... He's actually from China, so... I have to actually use the name Gao Xianzi. Let's see. Could it be related to that event where... last year, where Gao Xianzi destroyed the kingdom... which destroyed Tashkent. Thank you for your advice. The entrance to the princess encampment have 2 soldiers patrolling it. You'd best not try to force your way inside. Alright, so we have to deal with some Uzbeks nearby. Those travelers staying here, I think, from what I can see, don't seem to have any special abilities. Septim says, why is that? I have to figure out what Xuan Yuan is. See. I know we're gonna run out of time pretty soon, but I know. I really would like to play more, but... Oh, I see what this is now. Okay. Let's see. If you are able to obtain the anvil of... the black anvil of Asura from the mountain cave in the north, the prince of Tashkent will see you immediately. Otherwise, all you will be able to... Otherwise, you'll have to wait. Yeah, so she's saying that... Oh, no, we have the... Oh, actually, I think it's been... no, I can see that that there was a bot, but it got stopped already, so... Hooray. I'll just help the auto mod ban it. But yeah, I see. So I didn't know Shilo is Asura. I don't know why I like had brain fart for a minute. I'm like, oh yeah, duh. In Japanese it's the same too. It's Asura. It's Indian mythology. Since you are friends of Radiant, I will charge you a cheaper price. It's 150 silver this time. I will definitely take that, since we've been beaten up for quite a bit. This is Samamba. Samamba. Yeah, something that I didn't react on. I was like, oh wait, Automot took care of them. And sometimes I'm also looking at something. Anyway, Samamba says, I am the #1 soldier of the Turks, Samamba. Have you also come to enter the soldier selection? She's talking about the Prince of Tashkent in this case. Looking at your thin, your gaunt appearance, it literally means, he actually says, like, looking at your appearance where you seem to have not be full, but he means that you're thin. It'd be best for you not to embarrass yourself. I eat a lot and have grown very strong, and my strength is a number of times more than a normal person's. Only if one is like myself can they be called a great man who was able to... I know. 顶天立地 is like stand tall in the world, maybe? I'm trying to think. You say a big man of great stature. I guess maybe that's the best way to put it. Okay, sure. Well, you didn't get the call to get in immediately, so sorry. The soldier selection does not rely on weaponry. And this is Chica. And he says... and it's not reliant on the size of your body, I guess. Of one's stature, I guess. When one is facing an enemy upon the battlefield, the thing to focus on is one's response and one's how do I say this? Jeez. And one's cunning, maybe resourcefulness. Yeah, maybe that's bad. Even better. Resourcefulness. The key to victory is one's mind, after all. The foolish rely on their fists. The smart ones rely on their tongue. As long as I obtain the recognition from the, as long as one obtains the recognition, I obtain the recognition of the prince. At that point, these simpletons will have to listen to my command. Huh. So one is relying on their strength, and one's relying on their mind. And this person's name is Strong Chiang. Let's see. Don't assume just because that I am small and thin that, or let's see. Maybe I better rephrase that. I may look small and thin, but I have practiced for many years deep in the mountains. The minute I give a single punch, even that fat man nearby wouldn't be able to stand it. Okay. How this person? And this is Lasifon. Lasifon? I don't know. Let's see. The difference between a man and a monkey is is the ability to is the knowledge to invent convenient weaponry, or invent weaponry that is convenient to use, very particular. With my long spear, yeah, maybe like how do I say it? Long spear? Like, I'm trying to think how the proper word. Oh my goodness, my weaponry is also kind of bad too. I think it's a long spear. That's how to say it. Yeah, I think I call it also. With a long spear in my hands, there is none who could stand against me. Those three bare-handed soldiers those three bare-handed monkeys wouldn't be able to stand against me. He's talking about the other three. He's like, oh, those guys are bare-handed. They can't deal with me. And he says, they have weapons available to use, and they won't use them. They're truly they are. How do I say this? They are truly uncivilized, or they're truly too uncivilized. Okay, well, anyway, these candidates don't really matter in the long run. She just says the same thing. Anyway, that's probably the next thing. You'll need to go into the mountains to obtain the Asura's Anvil. Anyway, normally I would continue, but it is time to stop. I know. What a darn shame. But this is a good stopping point. We have a few things to do in Baghdad. We will want to get that anvil, probably, so we can get a audience with the... Well, we'll see. Why do we want an audience with the Prince of Tashkent? We don't know. But anyway, if you did enjoy the stream, you can follow us on the Discord. You can go to the Discord to discuss this game and other games of interest, or you can follow us on Facebook or Twitter, X, or Blue Sky down below. We do have archives of that previous streams. I am been uploading quite a bit. Some of them are not public yet, so that's why you don't see them. But I will publicize some of them, trying to get as many uploaded as I can before the deadline on the 19th. Oh my goodness. Twitch, you suck, but oh well. Anyway, I will continue doing that, but as I mentioned, I will not be... Normally, I'd say you can catch us again on Monday, but we will probably not be able to see each other until Wednesday. I know, what a shame. What a shame. But I am on vacation, so I will be gone for a few days. So I guess we'll see you all then. Anyway, as always, 晚安, which means good night, and 下次再见, which means see you next time, and 谢谢收看, which means thanks for watching. 所有圣祝福们, may God bless you. 愿你的一天有福, may your day be full of blessing. Hope you guys had a good one, and hope you were... Sorry for all the random stream, translations, snafus, but I'm trying my best, you know. This game does like throwing some things at us that are not as easy. Anyway, thank you all for watching.